So I thought I'd redo the video on my 2019 archery hunt because I think I can do a better job at it in terms of video editing. And also I had the idea that I'll include some maps. And I'll insert the maps so you can see where I was point by point, so you can get the better idea of the flow of how the hunt was actually going instead of just cutting to random clips. However, before I cut to the video, there's 2 points I want to mention. The first thing I want to mention is that the 2019 archery hunt was my first archery hunt. Spoiler alert, it was successful. But at the time, I was not new to archery. I've actually been shooting archery off and on since I was in high school. I used to practice every day behind my parents' house because behind it was undeveloped, and I was able to shoot every day. And I used to shoot instinctive with a bow, much like this one. It has about a 50-60% let off. And I used to shoot instinctive. No sights, no mechanical release. I don't even think they were out yet. I used a 3-finger glove like this. And that's how I shot archery for all through high school, or a good portion of it. This is the bow that I used on the 2019 archery hunt and shanked a cow with. It's only got about 3 pins. Goes to show that you really don't need the fanciest equipment. I did not use a glove on that hunt. I used a finger tab. This exact one, actually. The second thing I wanted to mention is that I shot this hunt using an action camera. However, I stopped using these things for a few different reasons. You're never quite sure what you're filming when it's on your head. And turning these things on and making sure they're recording, I've never found them reliable, because you wear it on your head and then you're kind of fumbling around. What I always end up doing is taking it off, turning it on, recording, hitting the record button, and putting it back on my head. And that is a lot of motion. The audio quality sucks, so I stopped using these things. Unfortunately, that's what I have to work with, is film footage off of this camera.
August 17th, about 4:30 a.m., opening morning of the archery hunt. There's a lot of people up here. I think my level of expectations for this hunt is pretty much that of a learning experience. I don't expect to film a tag, but I'm just trying to see what I can learn from all this. I have no game plan yet as far as which way to go. When I get down in the valley, I'm just gonna play it by the wind. Well, I just passed where I camped while I was scouting, and I think the best thing and honestly, where I was camped isn't too far from where I last saw the elk. But if I go cut into the woods right now, I'm liable to spook them and blow them out of there. So I think my best bet right now is to go back to where I was glassing, wait for gray light, glass around, and then work my way down. Either go to where I first saw them or go to where I last saw them and just kind of work my way in there. So I'm about 5:20, sitting here at my glassing point, eating some trail mix. Made camp last night about 10 o'clock, went to bed. Kept tossing and turning and waking up. I think I got up at 3. Too excited, I guess. I'm probably way out here before other hunters. Don't need them. I sit here and wait. I think I just heard a cow coming from the same direction I last saw them. It's about 5:50. Gray light started at about 5:40. I've been hearing some bugles and some cows in the last location. I saw them. So I'm thinking about just going down and working my way down now rather than sit here in glass. If I wait here to get the glass, I'll probably be too late. Alright, I've been hearing too many bugles and grunts from the area I last saw them in. I don't think there's any need to glass. I'm gonna go ahead and work my way down. I just had a failed stalk attempt. There's some down near, but I noticed there were some cows up this ridge. I came around that way. I saw them over there and over here. Worked my way down this way. Worked my way up this ridge. Dropped my bag here. And then low crouched my way up there. But I think they heard me because they moved around this way where they could see me. And then they moved back. So I think they went up into the woods. The wind's still blowing downhill right now. Now there's a herd down there. And they might work their way back here. I don't know. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to work my way back around that way in the tree line. Maybe I get the drop on those cows if they went up that way. Or maybe these guys will come back this way and I'll get the drop on them too. I don't know. But there's no way I'm going to get near them. Well, I just blew a second stalk. I saw that herd down there. And I thought maybe all the pressure from all the other people over there would push them back this way where they used to be. So I came up the hill and I glassed down and I could see they're moving in this direction. So I tried to get up the hill as fast as I could to get up here. They had them off. And I just couldn't get up here in time. I was coming down this way. Had the wind in my favor. And they were coming across this way. And I was moving in on them. But there's a second group down here that either heard me or saw me. They bolted. That caused this other group to bolt. And then there was a third group that was working their way slowly. So I started trying to walk my way very slowly in here to get a shot. And a cow saw me, and they bolted out the other direction and went up the hill the other way to rejoin the herd. So the herd's gone that way. I just could not get in close enough, fast enough to get a shot. Sorry to say, I blew it 3 times. The wind's coming this way right now. And I think most likely they went that way. Which is a lot further than I want to walk, and the wind's blowing that way, and it's just not happening. So I'm gonna hunt my way back to camp, I guess. Herd again, another one. I don't know the same one up, but they're right over there, but it's just inside private lands. I'm not gonna risk it. They just started moving too. I wouldn't have gotten in on them, but I'm right on the edge of private and public lands. I don't know if it's posted on the other side or not, so I don't know if I want to risk that. That elk herd must have come up that way. I was just on the other side over there. That elk herd must have come up this way and stopped over there. Oh, I think they went further in private property now. I don't know. Herd could have split up too into 2 different groups. But it occurs to me there are way too many eyes in that elk herd. Unless you can drop out of sight completely using some type of topography, some terrain feature, you're not creeping in on an elk herd. There's just too many eyes. One of them is bound to see you, no matter how good you play the wind. No matter how slowly you move, one of them is bound to notice you. Just took my first shot at a cow elk. I shot from through that tree over there. I think in my excitement I may have used the wrong pin and shot over her. I don't know. I don't see my arrow. She was bedded right around here. I'm waiting a little while. If I shot over her, my arrow's straight out that way. I don't know if I hit her or not. I don't see any blood. I think I shot over her. I kind of still hunted my way in. She stood up at the last minute. When she stood up, she gave me a broadside shot and I took it. But I don't know if I hit her. I was shooting through the tree. I just gotta look for my arrow. Oh man, I don't know. Until I find my arrow, I'm done. I hit her. I hit her. That's a good trail. I hit her. Holy crap. Don't tell me I'm gonna fill my tag on opening day. I'm on a multi-season tag. No effing way. She's bleeding like a stuck pig. I want to wait a little while longer. Oh my God, I hit her. Found my arrow. I think I went straight through her. Holy crap. It went straight through her. Holy shit. Holy crap. Holy crap. She's bleeding good. Holy crap. I'm fighting the urge to run her down. I'm trying to wait. Trying to wait. She is. Figure she died right in the sun. I gotta get her out of the sun fast. How heavy is she? Heavy enough. Maybe I can just drag her over here. I need to get her out of the sun. God damn. Well, that's good.
Why did they have to die in the sun? Fuck me. She died fast. All right, we're back to the present day in 2024. Now that particular cow, I still have a lot of that hunt stuck in my head, the images of it. But that particular cow, it was laying down, like I said. But the thing is when it stood up, like I said, I don't remember which pin I used, and I was using a finger tab, so my anchor point was, instead of down here, it was up here. And that's the one thing I can say about fingers, is that you can knock that arrow and just go a lot quicker than you can with the mechanical release. But I brought it up and I shot, and I don't know which, I can't tell you which pin I used, but I can tell you that I was aiming at the vitals. And what actually happened was that on the heat of the moment, I torqued the bowstring. And by torquing, I mean when you pull it back, it like twists a little bit. I had less bowstring torque using this finger release than a glove, which is why I switched to it. But as I let that arrow loose, I had some bowstring torque in it. And instead of going to the vitals, what happened was that arrow went up and right. Although the instant that arrow released, it made a really loud bowstring slap. And that cow also jumped at the same time. Whether it was the bowstring torque and a combination of that cow jumping from being startled, that arrow, instead of hitting the vitals, it hit the base of the neck. And by sheer luck, it severed the carotid artery, which is why it bled out so fast. About 3 minutes after I loosed that arrow, I thought, very faintly, I thought I heard a groan and a thump. About 3 minutes after I shot that arrow. I waited for about 20 or 30 minutes before I went to track that cow down. So it was already dead on, I think it was already dead on the ground 27 minutes before, or a half an hour, at least a half an hour before I even went to track it down. And you could tell because the eyes were all glazed over and the blood was drying in the leaves. But that cow was kosher. I mean, it bled out. Dumb luck. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. You have a good one.